Hello, everybody. How are we doing today on Deal Portable? This is a channel where I talk about conservative topics and other things of interest that I feel like talking about. Well, I hadn't had a chance to do today. I'm going to talk about the Tim Anderson rally that I attended a couple weeks ago in Virginia Beach. And also, I was going to do my socialism versus capitalism, pros and cons. Well, first off, to start off, the Tim Anderson rally was located in Newport News. He is a delegate there, which I think he just got elected like a middle of the year. I think it was. I might be wrong. He has his attorney. He was an attorney, and he looks like he appears to take on civil liberties, and. Nice guy, nice gentleman. There are other two congressmen there. I wish I had their names on me at the moment. There were two other congressmen there. There were a lot of parents there. They were talking about the dangers of critical race theory. And I got there a little late. I got stuck in traffic. I didn't quite hear that. Of course, critical race theory is something that they're going to try to talk about in school or this whole kind of diversity thing, which is almost kind of, I feel like it's kind of reverse racism towards white people. And also, there was also, there was also talk about the vaccines, what to do if you don't want to be vaccinated, natural immunity. There was a couple of nurses there that kind of gave me information about how the vaccines, forcing vaccines upon people is unconstitutional. If you look up the I cannot say that word right, Nuremberg Code, which states that without a person's consent, you can't give vaccines to people. So, very nice man. I told him, I really thank you for your courage and standing up for, he's there again, like I said, I think I just said that he's in the area of civil liberties. So he's really in the fight. And he does these informative videos. He was on my timeline, and I kind of remembered seeing him in the news. So I kind of liked the things that he was doing. I kind of got to talk to other people there that kind of had similar feelings and similar beliefs about opinions about the vaccines and about how our freedoms are kind of being, kind of being trampled on, this overarching of the government, which I'm going to kind of talk about this overreach of the government not playing its role in allowing the citizens to have their freedoms, civil liberties. So that was a very important thing. If he has something, I'll try to, volunteer at least maybe once a month, or any of the congressmen. I would like to have get some people together in this area, Newport News, because I would like to get more kind of people, educate more people about the Republican Party, their ideals, especially when Glenn Youngkin is going to be up for governor. And I'm not really too thrilled about Northam. I think he has been way overreaching, way over too much government, too much power involved in people's lives, and has been a buddy to businesses in the area. So yeah, that's kind of what what I've been focused on. So I've been telling you guys forever I'm going to do this socialism, capitalism video, and I'm just sorry. I've been doing school, 2 jobs, got a lot of things that I'm kind of getting involved in, and this is one of them, so things going on in my career, new ventures that are taking place. So, okay, well, let's start out with socialism, capitalism. Let's just define socialism. Well, socialism, in a sense, is the government's going to take care of you. You know, the government kind of defines more or less, you know, what you can do, how do you take care of yourself. So examples are Venezuela, Cuba, another example. And of course, you know, I heard a recent interview by a young lady. I think I'm just going to say from the video, she appeared to be in her 20s, okay? And it went out to kind of Black Lives Matter, and it went out to them, when you're talking about oppression and people being oppressed. Well, you know, Cuba, at the time she said, I think she made like $18 a month or something like that. The economy's very different over there. And, basically growing up, you had the tourists come in, and the big thing was like sex trafficking. So that's what you had to do to eat, That's Cuba. That's what people are putting, when they're wearing the Castro shirts, when you see Colin Kaepernick, talking about Cuba, it's like, so you're against oppression, but, you don't really know what that's all about if you've ever talked to people in Cuba. Now, I remember coming up, and I was in college, and I'm going to go off a little side notes here and give them different examples. I remember in college, and I can't remember what class it was. I think it was like government or something, and it was Norfolk State University. It was back in 2000. I want to say it's like 2002. I think it was my sophomore year, and I was just kind of deciding what I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of do history, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do with that. And besides being a teacher, I wanted something more kind of spread out, which I can do many other things. So anyway, of course, books are just it's always a big thing when you're going to college. So when you see, you're like, all right, well, I'm only, I'm hoping the book is only this amount. And you go there to the bookstore, that's back then before all the book things and the internet. But a lot of the students are complaining about the books, And, one guy was in there and he said, hey, I'm from Cuba, I said, oh, you guys got like, new, like, Nikes on or whatever, and man, it was like a firestorm in that class when he said that, he said, hey, I came from Cuba, and it really made you think, this was a time with this, I remember I had to write a paper on the Alien Gonzalez thing of the kid going across the ocean to get to here, and somebody took care of him, and then the people, the immigration came and took them. So you have people that are getting on floats. Just recently you saw the Taliban. You saw people jumping on the plane because they don't want to be under this kind of dictator government. People throwing their kids over the fence. I mean, imagine living in a government that way. That's why it's so important that I understand that we have our challenges here in America, but compared to the oppressive government of either the Taliban or Cuba or Venezuela, it's a whole nother thing. Venezuela is like completely, poverty. So that's kind of the effects of capitalism. You don't really kind of you can't really, you're able to go to Walmart, you're able to buy certain things. The government's not trying to tell you how much stuff you can buy, or whether or not you can go out of the country. A lot of people say, well, the Europeans countries are socialist. Not quite, because they may have socialized medicine, but and socialized other things, but there's still kind of a free market economy there. So that's not particularly totally true. Um, and I remember a friend of mine came over to help with my computer, and he was talking about democratic socialism. uh, and let's look over on the other side, capitalism. Well, capitalism, you have a free market. Okay. Um, I can do, if I want to start something, if I want to save up money, if I really want to do something, I'll save up money and try to start a business or start a, the trend now is people are having a lot of. Um, so yeah, I mean, you get to, if you don't like certain thing, if you're in an industry where you feel like you not enjoying it, or you don't feel like it's fulfilling, you can pursue other things. When I started in social work, and then you know I said, well, maybe I want to try to get involved in some other things. And so you have the freedom to do that, if you want to pursue certain things. And it doesn't come without the challenges, but at least you have the freedom to start something new and get with people and learn new things, and kind of get involved with this. People come here across the water, other countries, and they see the opportunities here. And I think a lot of times, sometimes we don't see we don't have a sense of, kind of, because we're just so used to it. We have the freedom to, we don't live in China, or where you have a constant eye on us. But that's the thing. It's the freedom to do what you want to do. If you just want to do a minimum wage job, do that. Or you want to learn a new skill. There's so many different opportunities out here, even in this pandemic. There's so many different opportunities and things. It's what you're going to do with your situation. Like, for example, when I came back here from Richmond. I lived here. I came back up here, and I got really sick with COVID. So I decided, well, you know what, this, instead of sitting around and being, depressed all the time, I'm gonna go and apply for school, and that's which one I did. So just some things to think about. There are challenges. There are challenges with different groups. Somebody might not have the same challenges as someone else. Somebody might be on a disability, or somebody might, be from a minority group. Maybe sometimes they may face discrimination, but we have a lot of opportunities. We have a lot of things that we can do to try to overcome that, and I don't want to see anybody get mistreated or not have the same opportunities as someone else. But it's also, too, we can take those opportunities and see them as stepping stones. If you've ever been through a lot of challenges in your life, you can look at some of the positive things. So that's what America's all about. We're not perfect, but in a sense of all things, this really is a great country. And right now it's kind of changing, and a lot of our freedoms are kind of being attacked, basically. So that was kind of the theme when I was at the rally, at the Socialism rally, that we were kind of talking about, different things. And lastly, I'm going to end this video. There was a gentleman. He was down there in Spotsylvania. I think it was Spotsylvania, and he had a kind of a sandwich shop, bar/bar deal, and at first they started with this was right when the whole mandate started. Number of people in the restaurant, everybody 6 feet apart. I believe in the kitchen there, he had a smaller kitchen, so the people that came in there to do the, to kind of, monitor the COVID restrictions, said that, hey, you got to build a bigger kitchen because and he said, hey, can I just kind of put like plexiglass in the middle of it? Nope, can't do that. And right across the street was an ABC store and people going in and out of there, and he fought that. And I actually thought about going up there and getting lunch one time just to support him. I wasn't able to. I had some things going on, but this guy was a veteran, and he fought for our country. And to have that go on and have a kind of solve the problem, but then have this government just overreach. But yet across the street at the ABC store, people coming in and out of there, that just kind of shows you the government and the common man, and I believe he took Northern to court and he won. So again, I'm gonna have some other stuff on my channel. I'm gonna be getting involved in some other things. We got some other ideas. So just kind of look at what they're doing with these vaccines and what they're trying to teach kids in school. My heart goes out to all the parents. There's not enough bus drivers, and kids are getting picked up late, and it's just a big, tough lot of challenges, guys. But just hang on there, okay? And just really pay attention to what they're teaching our kids. Are they really teaching information, or are they teaching their own political propaganda for the kids? So, all right. Well, I hope you have a great day, and tune in next time to Deal Florable. All right.